Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to Factory Fun, the series in which you tell me which bots to test out from the community factory, and I do so to the best of my ability, giving my honest first impressions, along with rating the bot out of 5 in both style and combat. But now there is a bit of a twist. As some of you may have already noticed, I now have 1 million Galaxy Cash, courtesy of FreeJam, and with their blessing, I will now begin to purchase the bots I use in this series. But there is a catch. As to promote the best of the best, and to hopefully see some really innovative designs, I will only be purchasing bots which get an average of 3 in style and combat. So if a bot, for instance, gets 2 in style and 4 in combat, then I will purchase it. And of course, there will be exceptions. If there is something truly unique about the bot, which I can't really say is style, and certainly doesn't help in combat, but is something amazing, unique, and interesting, then of course the bot will still be purchased afterwards. And for those who don't know, you do get a cut of the fee. So if I were to purchase a bot, you get a small portion of that Galaxy Cash straight to your account. So essentially, you get free Galaxy Cash, and with that little bit of promotion of the channel, promotion of the series, and hopefully a bit of inspiration for people to get building some amazing designs for me to mess around with and criticize, let's get going into our first battle. Before I forget, however, let's have a quick look at the bot before we get into the battle. So, the bot is called AX-1, designed by MasterTelamon, or at least that's how I'm going to be pronouncing it today. It is a very agile healer, fully triforced, uses 6 tier 10 nano disruptors, 8 tier 9 shields, 2 tier 5 radar jammers, and tier 10 blocks. Yes, indeed, it seems to do all of that. So, first impressions. It looks like this is going to be remarkably quick. This thing is going to be moving very, very fast across the battlefield. In terms of how sturdy it is, I don't know. It looks a little bit on the frail side. It looks like a few good shots will knock off a huge area, which is a bit of a concern. And it looks like it doesn't have sideways thrusters, so perhaps turning might be a bit of an issue, particularly with the... what are these things called? The rudders, because they do impede turning a little bit when they're on ground vehicles particularly. But yeah, first impressions, it's quite pretty. I will say that. I would say a 3 or a 4 in terms of style. It's certainly not bad in that regard at all. It looks a little bit bare bones, but honestly, that's not a bad style to go with. And although it's not a unique style, I've definitely seen this a few times before, it just looks nice. It looks nicely parcelled. So let's give it a quick match in Team Deathmatch. First match, here we go, and we have a Mega. Not going to complain at all if we're going to be playing a Medic. So what do we have on our team? We have a lot on the ground and a little bit in the air. The enemy have a lot in the air, so that is a fair bit to be concerned about. Wow, yep, definitely correct about the speed thing. This is very fast, but turning is a little bit slow for its speed, I will say that. It's a very minor change, honestly, and I'm not quite sure how the rudders benefit the bot completely, as I've not tested it with and without. A little bit difficult to get all the guns to fire at the right place, but not impossible. I could have sworn I dodged that then, but apparently I ran right into it. Handled plasma decently, better than I expected, honestly, so... well done that. People, please get the airborne targets, that'll be fantastic. That includes you, Mr. Mega. Behind you. Oh, our SMG back there is being absolutely crushed. I could go and help, but I'd simply die. Yeah, our team isn't doing too well here. Fine, going back to the main group. Seems like they're in a platoon, that's not a good thing at all. I shouldn't be doing this. Yay! Paid off. Excellent. Taking damage better than expected, actually. So well done there. Still saw a few things just break off, which wasn't great. Yeah, I have to go to the Mega now, and perhaps I might survive on the way. Nope, doesn't look like I will. Yeah, those two being in a platoon just absolutely wrecked us. Platoons add so much to the game, especially when they're using similar bots. I mean, just look at the four fine fellows. As soon as a couple of us are together and able to talk about what's going on, it just wrecks the other team. And of course, thruster sticks and little hover bots, that will always be a nuisance to medics. So, first experience wasn't too bad then. Sadly, when I just went to record the rating, it didn't actually record, so let's just say what I said then, now. I gave the bot a 3 out of 5 in combat because I didn't really have too much experience about it, other than the fact the guns are a little bit finicky to try and get all of them healing, and of course, it didn't take damage overly well. It was okay, but not perfectly. But in terms of speed, it was really good, so that's its biggest bonus. This thing is very quick and very nippy to get from one side of the map to the other, so no real problems there. In terms of style, I gave the thing a 4, because it just looks good, if a little bit generic, as we have seen this design a lot of times in the past. So overall, it's a good bot. I am not going to complain overly much, and we're already under attack. The one thing I will say is, though, still, again, I would like to see turning thrusters a little bit, just to improve the fine control of it, just because I do find it a little bit difficult to handle in some situations. But that is just me and my learning curve, though, honestly. That is one of the problems with doing a first impressions. You can't get the exact feel of bots straight away, even if I were to test them out in the test zone. Which I do a lot of the time, by the way, just off camera. But not in this case, though. Just spot them all, go back down a second. There we go. He's in a really good spot for us medics. We get to hide in the cavern here. And he gets to do damage, not all that bad. Oh, healing someone. Wait, isn't that the plasma from the last battle? Does that mean we also have the SMG somewhere? Unless they weren't actually in a platoon, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, maybe I was simply wrong. Wow, in that case they would just add really similar bots. That's kind of impressive. Or of course the platoon mate may have just left. The more I control this bot, the better I'm getting at it now. I'm complaining a lot less about the turning as I'm kind of figuring out ways to get around it. Experience and dedication makes perfection, or something like that. Practice makes perfect. There we go. That's a saying that actually makes sense. Yes! We even got a kill! Oh, that poor laggy little Tesla there. It's certainly fun to use. That's the major thing. It's certainly a fun bot to use. And apparently it climbs really well. There he is. Oh, maybe this bot's just really common at the moment. Perhaps a YouTuber created it or something, as now we're fighting against one as well. There we go. Even got the kill there as well. That was better. I wish that was the first battle instead. Okay, yes, so, have my opinions changed after the second battle? Not really. It still broke apart a little bit easier than I would like. It's definitely Triforce, that is correct, but it is a little bit concerning how fast certain parts of it fall apart. But let's have a quick look at the Triforcing, actually. The hover's definitely not Triforced. The weapon's not Triforced. At least not in the traditional sense. The more I look at it, the less I'm actually of the opinion this thing is Triforced. I mean, we have the shield attached directly to the block where the thruster's attached there. There's no real damage routing going on, it's just... Yeah, if this thing is Triforced, it's not very apparent. I'm not gonna say it isn't Triforced, but I personally can't see much damage routing at all. Perhaps it's with the seat. Yeah, there is a lot at the bottom there, so perhaps it's more to do with the seat than the actual weapons and everything else. Okay, that makes sense. I take back my observation for the most part. Here we go on the map we began with. Perhaps this time we will have victory. And there we go with a little floating SMG. I'm starting to feel like perhaps it's just a very common design at the moment. I haven't played Robocraft in just over a week right now, so I'm a little bit out of touch with the current designs which are overly popular from the Robo store. That's a very cute little SMG. Oh. Oh, I thought he had taken damage, but apparently not. Ooh, that plasma took a lot of... Yeah, that's being absolutely ripped apart by the Mega SMGs. He's still floating, so give him credit for that. Anything else going to go on, or we're just going to sit here for a while? The enemy seems to be very sheepish. Perhaps their perhaps their Mega hasn't spawned in? Perhaps their SMG Mega hasn't spawned in. Perhaps that's what I was going to say. Maybe I was going to make sense. This is stupid of me to get this far out. Okay, let's just run for the next bit of cover. There we go. Speed is very useful on a medic. Just putting it out there. Spot their medic. Hopefully one of ours goes for it in a second. Oh, why is the plasma going so far out? That was odd. Well, this is putting me in the line of danger. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I want the kill. I'm sorry, I just can't help myself. Stay low. Spot the rail over there. Okay, there's our Mega. What have you been doing this whole time? Either way, let's go to him. Not only does he provide a lot of fire support, he also provides a fair bit of cover just because of how big he is. Oh, this thing climbs like a dream. However, it also becomes a flyer at a moment's notice. Okay, you've got to be a bit more Wow. Is this really something I can do? Bonus points! Bonus points for awesomeness! How do I... No, but seriously, how do I get off this thing? Shift made me go closer to the wall, so did space. Come on, I want to help Cap! That wasn't exactly as intended. It still climbs like a dream, but make sure you hold down Shift, because otherwise you become a rocket. And so begins the final battle, once again on the same map. It seems like it's our destiny to do the bot testing here. Okay, he's not actually firing at anything, I was a little bit scared just then. Just keep following the Mega, just trying to stay behind him and hidden away from the enemy as much as possible, and hopefully we'll get a victory. Well, there's their Mega, which is going to flank us if we're unlucky. There goes a big chunk of me. Thank you, healers. Oh, we've split. We have completely split. This is not good at all. Okay, let's just get him healed. Heal him up until the point he can actually move away from the fight. Lost a gun again, sadly. Okay, sticking with these guys. I don't... Oh, but they have no medic. That SMG is as good as dead. Okay, I'm not going to try and save that. Let's hope that the Mega is a little bit more spatially aware than I normally am. Oh, that SMG seems to froze, never mind. Haha! The lag gods defend us! The chaos god of lag. Oh, hello. I feel like a turtle on my back now. There we are, thank you very much. Whoever's plasmering me, can you please stop hitting me and hit someone else instead? It's not very nice to focus on the medic. Poor medic. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's not very nice. Oh, there he is. Well, our SMG was looking up at least, so that's good. Try not to be in the clump quite so much, we're just getting the plasma a lot of free damage. Okay, going to focus a little bit on the Mega now, because he's looking quite bad. And since their firepower is being focused on him, it would make sense to try and heal him up. Manually healing. Manually hearing. Because hearing automatically is such a strain and stuff. Ever wish you could only hear what you want? Selective hearing! Now in manual form. Let me destroy a gun, please! Oh. In that case, I just kind of want to hurt him a little bit. There we are, team victory, not bad at all. So, how have my opinions changed during the course of this? I think I was a little bit harsh in terms of the control of the bot at the start. Now I've had a few more matches to play around with it. It's actually very, very easy to control. It's just getting used to such a light feeling hover. I'm not really used to them in general, so obviously I will have a lot of gripes with that kind of stuff until I get used to it. I still would like to see sideways thrusters. I really would, on the front and the back. I think that would be fantastic. But other than that, yeah, no major complaints. Obviously this isn't a maximum ranking bot yet. I think once it is maximum ranking and some of the blocks upgraded, perhaps simply changing the Mark 10 into what's it called? The TX-1 cubes would be a fantastic addition, in addition to everything else I've already mentioned. So, without any further ado, the first bot purchased on the Factory Fun series. Hurrah! And like I said earlier, just a reminder, I will be doing this for any bot that averages 3 in both of the combat and style, so if it has 2 in combat, 4 in style, I may purchase it, or the other way around, as long as it averages at a nice 3-star out of 5. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see your bot used, possibly purchased in this series, then of course in the comments below please leave your robot name, your in-game username, and the ranking and what type of bot it actually is. The more info I get, the more likely I am to pick it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Robocraft is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.